I have been waiting for 3 days because Metallica decided to release a song when I wasn't ready to film a reaction. And because I care about you, I waited. I didn't listen to it for 3 days. Let's get this sucker into my ears. Let's go. Yeah. All hi-hat. All right, yeah. Again, we got a very classic sounding Metallica right from the beginning. It sounds very much like 𝗙𝗚𝗓𝗡, or I don't know, maybe this one's going a little bit more towards maybe Black Album kind of. Are we an A on this one? I guess I gotta find out. Hold on. We got F sharp. We're coming in on that E to F sharp and then A holding out. And then B the second time and then or something like that. It's feeling very reminiscent of their old stuff. It's actually kind of a bridge, to be honest with you. I'm getting 𝗙𝗚𝗓𝗡 vibes, I'm getting Black Album vibes, and I'm also getting like Moth into Flame vibes. So it's kind of a bridge between all of Metallica. I'm looking forward to seeing where the rest of the song goes. Let's keep listening. Yeah. Okay. Listen to that low crunch on the bass. Love that. Yeah. Welcome to this life, born into the fight, need to claim your dream. Look you in the eye, past a broken sky, breathing dopamine. Then the voice appears, teaching you of fears. Are you good enough? You don't recognize that it's full of lies. You should just give up. Listen well, better listen well. Listen well, better listen well. Don't ever speak my name. Yeah. Remember you're to blame. Keep me inside. My name is suicide. Okay. What's the song I'm thinking of? The God That Failed. A little bit of The God That Failed. A little bit of like kind of like a Holier Than Thou. There's a lot of Black Album influence in this. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that on through the never, the middle section, on through the never. There's sort of some riffage in here that reminds me of that. The snare and tom hits accented reminds me of the da-na-na-na-pum-pa from Moth into Flame. And then we have that riffage that's very like sitting in kind of a major key, like from their early days. A lot of 𝗙𝗚𝗓𝗡 was very major sounding, and they're not really hitting these minor notes that they've kind of come into later on in their career. For a song that's so heavily about despair and the voice inside your head that's telling you to give up, it's kind of happy sounding in the music. And I think that that's not a problem. Who cares? Who cares? This is supposed to make you rock, and maybe if you're listening to the words, it makes you think. But ultimately, we're just having fun with music, and I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. I think when I first started making my own music, I was listening to a lot of rock music, and it was the music that was giving me the feelings. And I was really less focused on the words. I didn't really realize what I was singing when I was singing my favorite songs. I just thought the sound of the voice, the certain vowels and consonants combinations, and the note choices and the harmonies mixed in with the drums and the guitars, there's a vibe that captured me. And it wasn't until my late 20s that I first started thinking like, oh, I should probably focus on lyrics a little bit more, because lyrics are very important. And this song feels like two separate things to me. It feels like the music is one piece and the lyrics are a different piece, and they maybe don't match together the way that some of their songs in the Load Reload era maybe match together. But it doesn't matter. Who cares, right? Look up the song F You by CeeLo Green. I mean, that is the happiest sounding Screw You song I've ever heard in my life. It's a very joyful sounding tune, and the whole message is to say F you. So music and lyrics don't always have to match. It's totally fine. I'm digging the vibe of it. I think so far, I'm already into 𝗙𝗔𝗔𝗍 more than this song, but I'm excited to see where this goes. Let's carry on.
My name is Suicide.
Lot of walk. I know exactly who's going to call out that wah in the comments.
Spirit like the wave on a city drive. Hate to be awake, living a mistake, more dead than alive. Then a voice appears, whispering in your ears, you are good enough. Going down a rope, a lifeline of hope, never give you up. Listen well, better listen well. Listen well, better listen well.
I want to stop here to call out the drums, not to raise them up, but to just give you a chance to listen for this when you're listening to music. Where are the drums? Are they playing straight time? Are they playing half time? We get a mixture of things in the song. We have hits in the beginning, emphasized hits. Pretty much most of the song is a boom cha, boom cha, boom cha. Very straight. Kick, snare, great. Then we move into this listen well, better listen well. This I would call the pre-chorus. We go into a halftime feel, where instead of the snare being on 2 and 4, it's on the 3. So boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ka, something like that. I don't know the full pattern yet. This is my first time hearing it. But then we go into the chorus, the Don't Ever Speak My Name bit, and the snare is on the 1, 2, 3, 4. And so now the snares have been switched over. Instead of being on just the 2 and 4, now it's on every quarter note in the entire section, in every measure of the song. And so we have a variety of different drum beats. Excuse me. We have a variety of different drum beats. Now the question is, are we going to get a thrash beat, like sort of a double time feel? Are we going to keep with this straight vibe? Are we going to go halftime again? Are we going to slow down? Are we going to get time signature changes? Something's got to change, because we've had kind of the same thing so far multiple times. We had an intro, then we have verse, pre-chorus, chorus. Verse, pre-chorus, chorus. If we know anything about Metallica, we can expect a solo, maybe a bridge, but then another verse, another pre-chorus, and another chorus, and then an outro. That's what we can expect. If this follows that same pattern, it's a 2 for composition, just because it's the same as every single Metallica song out there. And when I say every single, that's hyperbole. You know what I'm talking about.
Don't ever speak my name. Remember you're to blame. Keep me inside. My name is Suicide.
Breakdown. All hi-hat. Build. Nice bass drop. Very simple. Then into the solo.
Terrified and sleepless nights.
Bridge.
Caught in spotlight, dead to rights. Isolate and fight your mind. Telling you you're left behind.
Okay. breakdown. Very, what the hell's the song? I like it. Stay on it.
Lying voice inside keeps drinking cyanide, and no more can
All back.
run into the sun. Terrified, sleepless nights, caught in spotlight, dead to rights. Isolate and fight your mind, telling you you're loud behind. And now you speak my name. You've given back the flame.
I don't know about that transition for me. Oh, I like that. Okay, that's different, right? I'm not losing my mind. I maybe forgot. Keep me inside, keep me inside. My name is Suicide. This last chorus, it's keep me deep inside. We have an additional, a couple of, keep me deep inside is 5. Is that a 5/4 measure?
Giving back the flame.
I think I was counting it wrong. Let's hear it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the count. Go back again. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. They're starting early, maybe? That's interesting. You given back the blame. Keep me inside starts on the 3. Now, it depends on how you're counting. A lot of people like to count songs differently. I tend to count, I look for the straight drums. Boom, cha, and that is 2 and 4 for the snare. So my count is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I was wrong earlier when I said that the snares were on quarter notes in the chorus because I was speaking without verifying. The quarter notes are not actually there. We've just shifted this. The snare is on the 1 and the 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how I was counting it. But now I'm second guessing myself, and I'm thinking it might be a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and because it just seems more likely that way. I don't know. It's confusing. It doesn't really matter, right? How do you count songs? Because at the end of the day, all that matters is that you're in sync with the rest of your band or Backstreet Boys. But like, what does it matter if you are playing at 120 BPM and all of your notes are eighth notes versus if you're playing at, 240 BPM, which is twice as fast, but all of your notes are quarter notes, right? It's the same amount of notes, no matter which way you put it in math, it doesn't really matter, but I am curious what the official word would be. And now I would assume that Metallica isn't sitting there writing out their songs in music theory, right? They are not writing on staff notation paper to figure out the exact, they're just playing and then they're hitting record. They will set a BPM, they will play to a click track, and it may be edited to the click later on. So there is an official click somewhere in there, but until they say, hey, by the way, this song is in whatever BPM this is, we don't actually know. And I guess however you want to count it, whatever. But I'm curious either way if there is a time signature change. So I'm going to try one more time to figure this out. And by one more time, you know that I mean like 5. We'll see. So in my version of it, keep me deep, that keep starts on the 3 of the measure, which means they're not actually adding any extra beats. And by the time we get to Don't You Keep Me Inside, once they land on that held out note, it is on the 1. And then once we come back to the riff or the buildup that's coming here, that is on the 1, the way that I was counting it. Let's count it another way where it's slower. It's a slower count. Let's see what that would sound like. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. Either way, they land on the 1, but there is some adjusting happening there to have those extra hits, because the letters, the words that they're using, the alliteration isn't lining up. It's not the same amount of hits as it was in previous choruses, so they're extending it out. That's interesting to me. That's keeping it fresh, keeping it new. It threw me off. I was expecting to sing exactly what I had the first two choruses, and they changed it. And I love when the last chorus is something different, something new and fresh. So well done on there. They have the same structure: verse, chorus, solo, bridge, verse, chorus, right, as most of their other songs, but that last chorus does have something new and unique. So it's just a teeny tiny bit, but it still feels pretty baseline as far as structure goes. But hey, still enjoying it. So here we go. Final, let's see what they have for the outro. Here we go. Finish it off, Metallica.
Keep me inside, screaming suicide. Now that I'm exposed inside, shine the light on cyanide. I'm no longer needed here. Now you face your biggest
Okay. Is that it? Are they going to add a tag on the end? Tease me like they did last time? No. Okay. All right. Cool. Very good. Very good. That's the song, Screaming Suicide. Oh, we did it. We made it through. I finally heard the song. I can jam on it now on my own time. You've seen my initial reaction. A lot of stuff to take in here. Suicide is a really, really tricky subject that I don't want to go too deep into because I'm not a professional. I think that if you're having problems, there are people out there that want to help you. I want to help you. You can always talk to me. You can always send me a message. Please do. But I know that I recognize that I don't always have the right words to say. I can at least lend my ears and see where that goes. Beyond the subject of suicide, we see some references to Cyanide, which is a song from Metallica's catalog. We know that from Death Magnetic. Suicide and Redemption was a song on Death Magnetic, so that's coming back around. I wonder if there's something in here that's tied to James's experiences semi-recently. He had to go back to rehab. We know that also he has expressed some sorrow in not feeling good enough to perform in front of an audience. We saw that clip a year or so ago when he felt like he wasn't performing good enough and everybody cheered him up. So I know that he's had some heavy mental experiences semi-recently, and I hope all the best for James and the band as well. Wherever the lyrics come from, they are a little bit heavy. It seems like there might be a little bit of a mix of positivity versus negativity. There's like the angel and the devil. There's the voice inside and there's the voice outside, and who we're talking to is kind of an interesting kind of what's the way to go? Internal conflict. What's going on in my mind? Interesting enough. The music is, like it drives. It feels like it's got a good vibe to it. It doesn't break up so much that it like knocks me out. You know what I mean? Like they're not transitioning their hits in ways that are like, ooh, wait, that didn't feel like it should go there, right? Every time they sort of change it up or add a hit where it's unexpected, it's not as unexpected as something that you would find in math rock. You can still bob your head all the way through. You can still sing along. And I think those things are really important if you want to engage people. If you just want to make music, make whatever the hell you want to make, and all the best to you. For this, it feels very much like standard Metallica to me. I think I like 𝗙𝗛𝗔𝗩𝗘 better. I am worried about this record just in terms of I know that they're getting old and just they've been playing a lot of the same songs for a lot of years and they're on such a high pedestal. It's really difficult when you're the top band in a genre to keep succeeding after past successes. Like, how do you keep topping yourself? I don't know. I don't have that answer, and I'm worried about that because I want Metallica to live in my heart as the band that is just really great all the way through, but they're going to have some hurdles. They're going to have some album fillers along the way. I'm here for it either way. I love these guys. They've given a lot to me in terms of joy and inspiration and just good times. So yes, I'll be there at the concert both nights when they come to Minneapolis. Yes, the album is on the way. Yes, I can finally click download on this song. I will be jamming it more, and maybe it'll grow on me throughout the rest of the next week or so. But for now, pretty standard Metallica. I like 𝗙𝗢𝗔𝗍 better. Looking forward to the rest of the record. Now it's your turn. In the comments below, tell me what you think of Screaming Suicide. Tell me what do you think about this reaction that's a million days overdue. I hope you hit that subscribe button because there's more material coming soon. I am taking a break from rocker reviews, except for when Metallica releases a song. But I will be putting out some things that just make me happy. I did a Wave Race 64 cover recently. I hope you check that out. And I'll be making my own music, and I'll do random covers and stuff. I'm trying to make myself happy this year. So it would make me really happy if you hit that subscribe button and you check out some more stuff here on Midnight Notion. And of course, it would make me extremely happy if you take care of yourself because you're awesome. I love you. I thank you so much for your viewership, your friendship, and hey, remember, you rock.